Hi everyone, today I'm going to be showing you how to get all the hero dolls in Fable Anniversary. So to start off with, go to Bowerstone North. We're going for the dolls You, Thunder and Briar Rose. Now you buy Thunder and Doll of You from the general store in Bowerstone North, and then if you want to head down to Bowerstone South, you're wanting to go to the tavern. All taverns are located by the map on the top right of the screen. It'll be the green building, and generally speaking they're in the middle of the town. Now the first game we're going to be playing is card pairs, where you have to match all cards in less than 30 seconds. I've found with a lot of the Fable Anniversary pub games they're quite buggy. The controls lag quite a lot, so it can become quite difficult to win these. Unfortunately, Bowerstone South is one of the few ones that you can't really cheat on. So I found the best way to do this was basically just start a random game of it and start clicking about. If you get lucky you might get one or two of these matched and you should be in with a good chance. Remember, you have to do it in under 30 seconds. So once you've done that, you'll get the Briar Rose hero doll. So for the next one, which is Whisper, we'll be heading over to Oakvale. Once you've reached the tavern, we're going to start with possibly, well, in my opinion, the hardest one of all, Coin Golf. Now for this one you have to be 2 under par by the end of the game, meaning having a score of 11 or less. Now it's kind of difficult explaining what way is the best way to take with this because there are multiple ways of being able to do this. I think it's best if you just watch the video at this section, and if you are having difficulty, follow the route that I took. I could still do that route even better than what I did. I do kind of muck up on a few sections, as you'll see in a couple of minutes. So yes, I think the best way for you to be able to do this one is either watch my video or see if you can find a route that suits you best.
Excuse me?
Done that, you'll get the Whisper hero doll. Now the next doll will be Twinblade, so you're wanting to go to the Twinblade's camp, and it's going to be the little fella in the very first section of this. He's going to be sitting under a kind of tent thing where you can buy one of the seals. This one I found quite difficult, even from the older game I found it quite difficult, because there's no way of really being able to cheat this one. Or well, so I thought anyway. So you can't use spells near him because he just freaks out like this, and essentially you have to go rest, otherwise, you know, that's you. So the best way that I found about this was using the Xbox guide and my phone. It's a little bit cheap, but it worked, and I finished it with possibly the best time I've ever had on it. So yeah. But this was by far the easiest way to be able to do this, at least for myself, so if you're wanting to do that, fair enough. If you're wanting to play through it properly and actually get this one properly, more power to you. But either way, once you've done it anyway, you have to beat the time in under 25 seconds, and then you'll get the doll. Next up, we're going for the hero doll Scarlet Robe. So you're wanting to head over to Knothole Glade. This is going to be card sorting. Now, in the older game, didn't have a problem with this at all, but as I said at the start, Anniversary's controls are a little bit unresponsive, to the point where I found it damn near impossible to finish this game legit. So what you can do is you can use the slow down time one, unlike the guy over at Twinblade's camp. This one doesn't chicken out just because you slow down time. Probably because the guy at Twinblade's seen it before and knows he's getting hustled. But anyway, either way, yes, I would recommend cheating for this one, in all honesty with you, because it is so frustrating. For this game, you have to get a score of under 25 seconds. With slowdown time, it shouldn't be too difficult to do. Once you've done that, you'll have the doll. Now the next one is the Maze Hero doll, and in my opinion possibly the easiest one to do. The game is Shove Ha'penny, and basically all you have to do is get a score of 30 plus. What I've kind of worked out quite quickly, I'll show you in a second once the video catches up. Basically if you get the arrow to just below the green line on the very first section, it pretty much always lands on 10. It's so that the very tip of it is just below, so not touching it but just below. And what I do here is I overshoot it a little bit, so hopefully that will give you a good reference like from where to kind of sit the cursor. Again though, this one was fairly easy, I didn't have too much of an issue with this one. But once you get a 30 plus score anyway, that'll be you and you'll get the doll. Now the last hero doll is Scythe. And I've saved the best for last. It's in sunny Snowspire Village. I would recommend crying now because your tears will probably freeze when you eventually get here. I definitely detest this game very much. For some reason they thought it was a great idea to put in Coin Golf again. Oh, good god. Okay, so with this one, similar to before, it will be much easier if you follow the routes that I take on board. And the same as the one in Oakvale, you have to get 2 under par or a score of 10. I do have to say, despite disliking Coin Golf very much, this was probably one of the more peaceful games to play. It's less fast paced, you can take your time. Not only that, but in Snowspire at least my person is not hated, so you know I don't have the constant in the background, so that's nice.
You and me, right?
This version of Coin Golf is notably harder, mainly because in the one in Oakvale you can make mistakes and still recover from them, albeit very small mistakes, but you can still recover. The one in Snowspire, not so much. So in all honesty, you're probably going to be trying this more than once. If you don't know, great, fantastic. Once you manage to do it, you're going to get the Scythe hero doll, so that's the last one that we'll need. Now finally, with all dolls in hand, you're wanting to head back over to Bowerstone South, and we're going to be looking for the teacher of the local school. He should be active on your map at this point, showing up as a green dot, but if he's not, I found him in a random house. I don't know if it's his or whether he was just chilling out in there, I'm not sure. You normally find him at the school up the very top back of the map, but he was in here for me. Once you find him though, chat to him and he'll talk about the hero dolls.
You have collected all the hero dolls, hmm? No, that's not all of them. We have a very special doll at the school, you see. The thing is, we don't have enough dolls to make the children happy. Oh dear. If you would donate these dolls to us, we could exchange them for something you would like. Will you give us your dolls?
So you're wanting to give him the dolls?
Thanks. I mean it. Here, take this rare doll in exchange. What do you say?
I have to say that if these were plushies, I would totally buy one. They're fucking awesome looking. Anyway, I hope this guide's helped you out. If it has, please leave a like, it helps me out a lot. And I'll see you all in the next video.